Destruction is not beautiful. It's a global scale violence. We lost the beginning, and there seems to be no end. It's a modern dystopia. Destruction is not beautiful. It's a global scale violence. We lost the beginning, and there seems to be no end. It's a modern dystopia.
Idiotic ink, we bend, we bow, plugged in deep, we don't know how. Wires bind the soul and skin, tech of tomorrow, let them in. Through the screen, through the veins they control, we feel no pain. Silent orders, unseen strings, we are theirs, mindless kings. Idiotic ink, we hear their call. Under their reign, we rise, we fall. In the nets, in the grid, there's no place our thoughts can hide. Whispers coded, dreams undone. Every thought they own, they run. We once had a choice, now we obey. Lost in the net, night and day. Idiotic ink, rulers of minds, tethers unseen yet tightly binds. A world of numbers, ones and zeros, they forge our fate, the unsung heroes. Whispers scream through the veins they control, we feel no pain. Silent orders, unseen strings, we are theirs, mindless kids. Idiotic ink, we hear their call. Under their reign we rise, we fall. In the nights, in the grid, there's no place our thoughts can hide. Whispers coded, dreams undone. Every thought they own, they run. We once had a choice, now we obey. lost in the net, night and day. Idiotic ink, rulers of minds, tethers unseen, yet tightly binds a world of numbers, ones and zeros. They forge our fate, the unsung heroes.
Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Monday. And yes, with that theme tune, it does mean we are back on Idiotic Ink today, which means chaos, mayhem, but no snuggles. Sorry, Kel. Boy, does that sound weird. I see we have quite a lot of people in. We've got a Frauke and a Blast and a Raven. And Raven's on a 245 stream streak. Yeah, that's just good grief. And then a True Purple and a Shadow Sky, who's on a 175 stream streak. These things get even more insane. A Glam Pixie, welcome in. A Kel, Red, True Purple on a 110. And a Blast in multiple places. You missed Snuggles already. I'm sorry, Kel. You know full well it's going to be just as crazy, however, because Idiotic Ink. Between seasons, weekend, even since last week, the ship has gained some elements of its superstructure, and more elements of me driving myself crazy. Also, apparently my woodchucker and nosy neighbour has delivered a whole load of Dark Oak logs. Feg, welcome in, and thank you for the resubscription. Thank you for those 4 months. I've been driving myself crazy trying to work out how to use this thing. Yes, so I pick an empty shell chest. Who is the woodchucker? I'm not quite sure. Thank you to whoever they are. Dark Oak will always be incredibly useful. Yes. In addition, I also have the beginnings of my bulk storage, which, of course, I've just found the empty chest again. What is it with me and empty chests today? Mini pack. I don't think it was PAX, because I think PAX posted a thank you to a woodchucker themselves. So there is definitely somebody around. I've also moved my 3... just the woodchucker chuck the wood. I don't know. Welcome in, lady, and thank you for 15 months of subscription. Goodness. Yes, I've sent my clerics up here. And downstairs, I've also done a bit more work. I now have all of my iron working. And clerics, priests, same thing, yes. You know, Kel, that would be believable sometimes. But yes, so here we have all of my iron traders, so I can get rid of those. I also have a chest of overflow, but more interestingly, the lamp is lovely. Also, the lamp is functional. It's an actual light source. I believe it's from the same mod pack as is the one that gives us these desks and tables. So, yes, It is gorgeous. I decided that I had to have some better arrangements for my internal decorations. Functional lamp sorcery, yes. Huh. Yes, this. I spent a little bit of time over the weekend. Actually, this one's probably safer if I go for... I might have taken apart a pillager outpost. But I did it with good reason. I wanted their bottles. So if I happen to be stood up here, suddenly we see what this place looks like with a little bit more activity. And yes, they are definitely not happy with me. So I'm also in need of setting up a pop-up shop for ominous bottles, as this is one of the things that I'm going to be trading on the server. I've decided that it's not going to be high yield, it's not going to be high turnover, but ominous bottles are useful, so having the market for them might be quite useful. Unfortunately, I've been needing to remove this mountain. As you can see, because of where I'm sat, some of the pillagers start spawning in areas where they're a bit too high to see where they're going. So I've been slowly removing this hillside. Well, at least it's a fast way of achieving all of my blocks. But yes, so this is my way of getting ominous bottles. And if I happen to fly back down carefully. Good lord, there's a lot of them. It's been fairly busy. It's interesting. Will you lot shut up? You have a convenient outpost. Convenient outpost can be convenient. Yes, it's interesting looking at the distributions. They're all fairly even, except for Ominous Bottle 4. Which mysteriously seems to be significantly lower than the others. Although Ominous Bottle... Bad Omen 1... Ominous Bottle 4... not far off. Ominous Bottle 1 is not much higher either. So... The joys of statistics. Right, let's bring that back up. However, that is in the back rooms. That says a lot. The back rooms lead to pillager outposts in this world. Typically, the sun is setting. Oh, also, I'm trying to remember. Did I have the squirrel hiding here last week? I think I did. Yes. Okay. I've lost track. I've also decided to install a lamp in here with my spare chairs in my desk. You know, things are weird when you've got spare chairs in your desk. Outside of my area, at the moment, I've started tidying up from Halloween. I still must remember to get rid of that bit of cobweb leftovers. The snails are still around. And nobody's buying ominous bottles. Probably because I need to move them to the actual island where things that are supposed to be sold. I was trying to find a snail that could be chasing Kel. For the moment, it's just these three that are escaping from here, and this one. There. And there's a wild blast. And for those trying to collect their Pokemon, there is a Xatu. You don't want to be chased. Not even by your own snail? Don't mind you, just doing your thing. I mean, perfectly normal around here. What else is a little fellow on the server? Ah, I see we have a PAX. Probably A of K. Those going there. However, and now to make me hungry, lunch today includes pumpkin cheesecake. Yep, hungry. Especially not by your own snail. I'd rather be chased by a squirrel. I don't... The squirrels in here are a little bit less... so we've got... They're mostly just heads. And there's not many of them. We've got that one's quite a nice one. That one coming out of the leaves, a fancy squirrel. I must admit, I should find some gold and have a look at a couple of these. Where's my gold ingots supply? Nope. Nope. Third time lucky. Right. So let's try that again. Squirrel. I must admit, I'm curious about this one. And let's have a look at this one and this one. There are fancy squirrels. So let's have a look. We have... I'm not sure about that one. That one's definitely squirrel head, but looks more gopher. And that one is very similar, just in a different colour. Not sure about those. Oh, and while we work out what's going on with the heads, hail hydrate. What's the leaf squirrel? It's a leaf squirrel. You consent to be the to the first squish squirrel. No comment on that one, Blast. And a stretch. The leaf squirrel is just a leaf squirrel. That's the one that's down by the end of the boat. So, leaf squirrel is the one I've already got. What's squirrel flight? Injuries, cat, other, pet... Injuries? What the hell is injury? Oh, I will go and have a look. I've also just... Leaf squirrel. Leaf squirrel. It's pretty much the same squirrel, just with leaves around its head. And this one? Well, that's on Earth. That one looks more like it's a demented cat. That's a no. In fact, that's so much of a no, I'm muting it overboard. I think the leaf one, preparing to ambush you. I like that one as well. I think that's probably the best one. And this one, I think, is also going to be yeeted overboard. No? I mean, that one is nicer. The bizarre orange one, I think, can only be consigned to the depths. I'm sorry, but that's too orange. We'll let it be played with by dolphins. They can get their own back for the fact that I've been getting my own back on the dolphins. There might be a few dolphin heads here. I'm not sure about the dolphin heads. It looks better when you're not actually in third person. I may have a few dead items. the Griffin would improve. You never know. You never know. It appears to have just had multiple text messages. Okay. It's always good when you get 8 text messages in a row suddenly. Right. Moving on, however, I would like to spend a little bit of time learning how the heck crafters work. So that's the droppers. Those are dispensers. I know I need some dispensers. I don't even know the recipe for a crafter. Dropper, 2 redstone. Oh, it's droppers, not dispensers. Thank goodness for that. That means that it's just redstone and cobble for that. Iron, redstone, and a crafting table. Fine. I have squirrel heads everywhere. Let's make 4 just as a start. Redstone. Griff has a long-standing hatred of the... I mean, they're the jerks of the ocean, basically. And this is the reason why I want it. I want to deal with bamboo. So, let's get a couple of crafters. I've never even crafted one of these things, so this is going to be interesting. That definitely looks like it's a grimace. Okay. Let's take my redstone chest. Now, the reason for all of this is I wish to deal with bamboo. As we tinkered with last week, he says, in memory, we might have set up a small bamboo farm. I mean, it's extendable, so it could be as any length I wanted, really. It just happens to be this small, which has the joyous... Wrong one. Dinner at last. Yay for dinner. Whoops. Yeah. How do I get into this thing? There we are. In which our flying machine quite happily wanders around back and forth. Still the wrong one. Can I get to the surface in time, however? Because what I have done is I put in the water spout. I don't think I'm going to. No. The bamboo fountain is functional. For those days when you need your bamboo to be shot into the air. Right, let's get rid of that. Now, I need some blocks to assemble into a storage system. A storage system? A crafting system, even. And since I'm going to need half slabs... Hey, Landstrad! Welcome in. I need something that I can cope with half slabs as well, which means... Where's my... I know. down here. There it is. Actually, it looks like I need to go upstairs because tough stone bricks are in... Where are they? No. There they are. Tough bricks. Since you get so many tough bricks out of a... what's the word I'm looking for? Trial chamber. I've been using those for my redstone blocks to indicate, here be redstone. It's either that or I've been using iron. Oh, the irony. A world in which I have so much iron that I use it for building things on top of. Right. So, I have been looking, and one of the things that I have encountered is that that's in the way. Let's remove that. There we are. Oh, yep. Nothing in there. It's just a cave. Okay. I do not need mushroom. But I do not want to use the mushroom instead of what I'm building with. So, let's see. Where's my redstone chest? I actually have a redstone chest. Let's start tinkering. I didn't pick up any... Well, that doesn't matter. I was about to say, I didn't pick up any chests. But, fortunately, I don't care. Because I can make them with the bamboo that I've got in my inventory. Woohoo! So, let's see. Crafter. And coming into that... Actually, I'm going to raise that up a block. Let's temporarily put that on top of a piece of bamboo. How ironic. And this is not the final location. This is me learning what I can do. So, let's stick that in there. Give a supply of stuff coming into it. Let's not do that. Now what I'd like to do... So initially I'm just going to go with the basic to learn what I'm doing. 1, 2, great. 3, 4. And I don't suppose I've got any glass. Nope. Why didn't I do this outside of my storage room? That would have been sensible. Why would I have been sensible? Right. Okay, so 4 glass. And what I need to do is apparently redstone, 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 and a bit of glass here, and redstone, and 3 more blocks. So apparently this is a nice one-wide tileable crafter. Comparator. So that should auto. Spot the mistake. I've got only bamboo. We'll try it with iron. So in theory, yep, that will now create iron blocks. And that will operate at the speed of the hoppers. So that's not too bad. and it's only operating when it gets full. And for those catching Pokemon, we have a Gollet in chat. So what happens if this is overstuffed for any reason? Does that change it, or does that get it right? No, that gets it right. That's good. So that's not accidentally going to create, I don't know, iron nuggets, for example. Weekly is catch anything times 25. Okay. Then let's try and catch that. Okay, so this is a nice basic version that just says, am I full? Yes, craft. And only hits it when it is ready. But that's got a problem, because if that is firing into a chest that's full, I suspect that means that it will stop. So if, for example, this was full, and we could no longer craft, yeah, that's going to eject. Being attacked by I'm going to assume I heard voices in my ears. I don't know where that person went. All I have to say is hashtag rigged. I'm going to guess that was a blast. Possibly collecting the squirrel head. Okay, so. Returning to common sense. Unlikely. If this thing is full, it can't output. What did you do with the squirrel head? I thought you were coming to save it. Did you rescue it, or has it despawned? Let's see. So that's fine for when we're just building. I don't know. I'm making things up as I go along here. Right. What if we have it going into that? And let's say, I don't know. I'm trying to make this one wide at the moment because given that we're going to throw up a lot of bamboo simultaneously, I don't want this to be immediate. Or I don't want this to overflow. So I'm going to need to have multiples of them. Okay, so we'll do that and that. So the moment that there is anything in that hopper, it outputs a signal. That gets boosted.
Back into place.
There is definitely shenaniganery afoot. What I'd like to do is then loop that round and stop one of these hoppers. So if I do that, can I put redstone on here and here?
Yes.
There's definitely shenaniganery afoot. Excuse me while I go and light up the place by sleeping. And then light up the place by setting fire to something that is running around. Actually, I can get my own back by... Oh no, my Fletcher's up there. I could find ghosts, yes. I have arrows of instant health. Which is the ultimate in... What? You heal just as fast as you get shot. I lost them. I lost them. There's definitely ghosts. We're haunted. I'm not quite sure what by. Mental note. Improve the security on this place. I'm very, very sure it's Blast. I would be very, very surprised if it was anyone else. Right. So if I do that, it should lock that hopper, if there's anything in this hopper. So let's take this out and have a quick check. Okay, so that's locked that. Does that? It does! Holy heck! It's functional! I've made I've made a piece of tech. Right. And that's locked. That's got 1. That's got 6. I'm going to need flames. That's it's back. Excuse me for a second. I need to find something with fire. Nope. Yep. Really? But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back, couldn't get rid of it. The cat came back, just wouldn't stay away. Right. There. I know I've just burnt up a gold ingot, but I'm going to be cursed by something. I might as well make sure that it's a proper curse. I don't have enough redstone for a summoning circle. Oh, yes I do. Don't have enough space for a summoning circle. Actually, that'll just summon the SLA. I need to summon something far more dangerous. see. Yes. The other thing I'm cursed by. Summon a Kel. I'll summon a Batty. There we are. Right. Let's see if that summoning circle works. The woodchucker has just told me. They're very about... Oh dear. You're much more terrifying than a Batty. I'm not sure about that kill. I find it disturbing that my reaction to this is to set up a summoning circle. I need to set up a temple and make this... Great. We've just come up with our first bit of lore for this world. We need to set up a temple, a summoning circle, and more heads. What am I doing? Where are we? Why? Let's see. I'm going to put out the fires before we A, summon something, and B, set fire to myself by walking backwards into one of them. Because you can guarantee I would do one of them. Let's see. There is... It's Monday with its chaos. What else would I expect? Yes, exactly. Let's see. The problems here are... This is no longer tileable. This is fine. This is not. So this I can't do. That's a problem. I wonder. Let's take you out. Right. So, let's have a think. Which is probably a bad thing. He's thinking again. We're in trouble. Right. So if we have that ejecting upwards... that's probably a terrible plan, but let's see what happens. We're going to have... It's not... Scott's doing redstone. Yes! There are dangers. Scott's is doing redstone. If I do this... and do a redstone comparator... With shenanigans. Yes! Shenanigans. Hey, Loopy. Right, if I do this... we can have our output going to the left. Or going in a direction. At which point we could even have this filter back into the same line. You're playing Horizon Forbidden West, Aloy is part goat. That sounds like something out of a Lego game. I want to see what the Lego Horizon game looks like. Actually, properly. I've heard that it looks fantastic, but I don't think it's out yet. So, my guess is... people jumping up along... Ah, yep. Right. So if I do this... well, that's interesting. Hey, Elkhorn. It's interesting. I'm attempting to work out how to find out where my Ultra Balls are. I'm attempting to work out how to set up a crafter so that it's going to auto-craft, but not carry on crafting if its output is locked. Or, sorry, is full. So, for example, here I've got something in this hopper. I was hoping that it would stop that, but apparently it doesn't. So that's interesting. Apparently, the output of the comparator does not go straight into a hopper. Great. Now the hopper's in the crafter somewhere. There it is. It's back. It's back. Yes, Elkhorn. To lock it. The cursed squirrel has returned. Fear the cursed squirrel. Yes, I'm kind of surprised that the output of that doesn't lock a... So I would have to... dang it, my train of thought has squirreled off. What crime went on there? The bat has escaped. The cursed squirrel is back. Apparently, the summoning circle has worked. I wasn't expecting it to be functional. We're in trouble. The summoning circles are functional on this server. Run. I'm very tempted to. I wonder if it'll summon Kel next. Only if somebody else has worked out how to... I'm not saying anything more on that, on the grounds that goodness knows what will happen. I don't suppose I've got... Oh, I do have targets in here. Right, train of thought. I have one, really. So if I do that, that'll probably lock this hopper. So I could have my hopper line here. I'm breaking the summoning circle. You approve of these shenanigans. I am not surprised. Oh, and thank you for the hydrate, Feg. Oh. I missed that statement. And a stretch has been requested as well. Oh, yeah, there we are. I would be disturbed, but how would be that? How would be that different from any other time? Wow, English. I'm more worried about where my bat head went. Right. In theory, that should output, and that has locked this. Interesting. Yeah, that's locked to this hopper. So that's got it. So if I were to take this out... Excellent. If I put another hopper here, then it will get locked as well. But if I have this as a water... initially, Elkhorn, yes. My bat head is back. Cool. Do you know how hard it is to find bat heads? They're quite... they don't drop as often as you'd think. Plus, murdering a bat is pretty dang difficult. Yes, the first step here is crafting bamboo blocks. I will be moving on to other items, but the interesting thing is, what I could do is have... far too many distractions today. Maybe you'll appear in the next summoning circle. I fear that I'm about to cause chaos, mayhem, and something else. But there is such a thing as... No. We would have to have a look at the one in Spawn to work out what the appropriate information is. 2809. Gee, I wonder who might possibly take any hints from that and set up a summoning circle. Oh, don't worry, Elkhorn. I'm probably going to cause a lot of derpage and come up with one of my own just as a result of it. Swim for it! Right. Right. Where was I? Given that I don't do PvP, that was a surprisingly good shot for me. I should have emptied my inventory of some of the randomness that's in it, however. Right. What I do need is to cause some bamboo to appear. So let's trigger the bamboo waterfall again. At some point I need to connect this to a daylight sensor. I would apologise, but I have absolutely no apologies. Okay, bamboo has arrived. So the intention is I'll have bamboo coming along here, and let's get rid of some of the stuff in my inventory because chaos. Right. There's bound to be another wave of... There it is. Bamboo waterfall. Or should that be the bamboo reverse waterfall? Apparently the mayhem is being appreciated. Right. So, let me retrieve my iron, because this is not officially an iron crafter. Bamboo water up. Yes. The anti-fall. Yes, fountain. That thing. So, what I'm thinking is... bamboo water rise. Yes. Oops. Helps if I remember to retain all of my iron. So this is now creating bamboo blocks. And if there's still any in here... Did you have to waste 3 bottles of invisibility? Yes. Was it worth it? Yep, absolutely. So if there's any bamboo blocks in here, it stops crafting. That means that if this backlogs, it's not going to carry on crafting, and we can have these go out in the direction of, I don't know, fire. Let's assume fire. But what I'm thinking here is I could just as easily have it coming out of there into... I have to use a dispenser to drop something into the outside world. But what I could do is do that. Oh no, that's perfect. Okay, that has the advantage of outputting our blocks of bamboo into the water stream that the bamboo itself is coming in on. So I could, if I can work out how to turn this into a filtered input, which could be done by putting a filter on this side, then we would be able to have... Yeah, I'm making this up as I go along, Loopy. I wouldn't take notes. It's this is Scott's stone. It is the ultimate in... It makes... It makes anything coming from Tad look like it's a little bit more sane. So if I had a water line... Well, that didn't work. Okay, Blast. Look after yourself, and thank you for popping in, and thank you for the squirrel mayhem. Hey, oldie. Welcome in. I'm going to pick up a bed, because if I'm going to stand up here and carry on with this, I do not want to be hanging around in the middle of the night. More squirrel heads. Oh no, that's one I left from earlier. Actually. Where did that come from? Great, I don't have enough inventory space for that. Oh, I know where that came from. Overflow. Yeah. Okay. guaranteed to set fire to myself at this point. By accident. Hold on. Gravity. Kel has been summoned. She's coming. Yeah. Moving on. Oh dear. I don't know why I'm building summoning circles to Kel. But actually, what I can do is adjust. There. Now it looks more like she's appearing out of the universe. It's a summoning circle, Loopy. What did you expect? Need to fix your arms. Yeah, they're a little bit janky, aren't they? There we are. And this one. There we are. Now it looks like you're, Oh, Alex Mott. Right. There we are. Now it looks more like you're pulling yourself out of the ground. And, of course... Clearly, those summoning all of this have to be the cursed squirrels. There you are. The cursed squirrels have cast a summoning circle and have called upon the Kel. I have no idea what I'm doing here. This is nothing new. We all know that this is basically just going to end up being turned into something in lore somewhere in the universe. I don't know why. That's just the way it goes sometimes. I need to find somewhere better for that, but now I have a plan. What was I doing? Oh yes. Hey, Mad. Welcome to the chaos. We appear to be distinctly losing it. Right, let's see. Oh, that's not going to work. Hey, TGM. Right. So what I want is... I think I've lost it. Really? You think? Problem is, if I do that with the standard comparator system, it would lock the hopper below, but I want it to lock this hopper. Dang it. That's achievable. I just need a little bit more. Matt, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Haven't seen you for a while. Welcome back. You catch me on a day when mayhem, silliness, and chaos have all turned up simultaneously. Life has been busy. Glad to be back. It's always good to see a returning face. I hope that busy life hasn't been... Where's all of my redstone? Apparently it's on the floor in a summoning circle. Hasn't been too bad. Wow. Simio has mayhem decided to appear completely. Right. So if I turn this a little bit longer, what I should be able to do is... No, that locks... I need the inverse of this. Actually, no, that's right. Hold on. So if I put bamboo in, that's now unlocked. Good grief. It worked. So we've got a filtering autocrafter that outputs into the same water stream as the input. It's not pretty, but it works. But enough about my most recent job evaluation. So, let's see. Is there any way that we could make that a one wide? I doubt it. It would have to be going up by another block, so it would have to be going into a dropper, into a hopper, into a hopper. Actually, I think I could do that. Hold on, hold on. Because we're already getting a signal into here. Anyway. So I could put... Where's my dispenser gone? That's a dropper. Where did my dispenser go? Didn't I have a dispenser a minute ago? Huh. My sanity is failing. Again. So if I have a dispenser here, I could have a pair of hoppers here and here. Ah! But will that output a signal if it's got something in it? Yes. Yes, it will. Could it be that simple? I mean, it's big, it's ugly, but so let's check. If we happened to have bamboo arriving, found my dispenser. Oh. How did it get in there? Dang it. That's not providing a redstone signal upwards. Dag nabbit. How is a target able to lock that but not provide a redstone signal for a dispenser? That doesn't make sense. I'm confused. Hey, confused. What about the rest of the stream? Poop. That's annoying. I mean, to be honest, this is actually a complete... the whole locking system is a complete waste of time anyway. Because this is not running... This is immediately outputting the... Oh, I'm trying to do something stupid entirely here. This would only work if it was a hopper-based system. At which point, the backlog of the hoppers would indicate... Nah, marble. I don't need this locking system. Because it's going to immediately output, irrelevant of whether or not it's actually died. Marble. Well, it was nice while it lasted. By all of the sanity that is here, I beseech thee, summon something that with a brain cell. Do we have any brain cells available? There's no point in having this thing lock if it's running, because it's just it's never going to be full because it always has a dispenser output. We got a Paxin prattle now. Right, well, that's a complete waste of time. Nothing new there. What we could do is continue to have the concept of outputting directly into the water stream, however. That's facing the wrong direction. Direction? Direction! Why is my inventory full? Right, so let's do that. And let's put the dispenser back. Because it's me. That's believable. That is incredibly believable, Raven. Right. Right. Let's try this again. I've forgotten how I did this. Oh, dear Lord, what am I doing? Right, let's try that again. And for anyone undertaking their Pokemon catches, we have a Seviper. Do I even have one of those? Apparently I do. Right. So, comparator. Second piece of glass. SE Viper. Okay. Is it a special edition Viper? I'm half expecting to have more mayhem appear in any minute. Right. So, this time round, it is literally just going to craft no matter what. And it does. That works. So we've got a filtering autocrafter. That's a good start. That's a good start. And in fact, I could run this with a hopper chain and use a dropper instead of a dispenser, and it would be cheaper. Actually, that would probably be... Ooh, hold on. No, because then that would require the whole locking system. You see, that's the thing. Do I want to have a water supply or a hopper supply on this? And I think a water supply, because then I can actually have it loop and come back and have multiple chances at collecting the same construction. Or the same materials. Because what I'm thinking is I could use this equally to have alongside it, if I were to take this away, I could have another one right next to it that had blocks of bamboo going into it. There. And immediately oh, that's got a... Ooh. Okay, so that sort of works, except for one problem. It's outputting slow... because it's creating 2 items. Good night, Kel. Thank you for joining us. Because it's got 2 items being crafted, the dispenser's only being triggered once. Well, that's not helpful. It's sort of worked. That's a shame, because that is what I'd hoped for, because it was, if we have those next to it, so we could have had 2 rows of this. The first row takes the bamboo, creates the blocks of bamboo, and the one immediately next to it takes the blocks of bamboo and crafts them into bamboo planks. But it doesn't output properly. Oh! I'm a dirt. Do I have a dropper? There. I know how to make this particular one work. Needs a shorter redstone line, but we just basically have it so that the moment anything goes into the dropper, it just immediately triggers. How do I do that with a signal strength of 1? Because that's all we've got here, isn't it? carefully, very carefully. Hey, dragon. Yeah, because I don't want this to interfere with... I want to... So this version is perfect because it can tile correctly. Well, sorry, the original version, before I stuffed it up, would tile perfectly. But this one won't. Fiddle snarks. Oh, no, it'll work fine. Duh. It'll work fine. I'm making a classic error here. I'm assuming single item. I only need single signal. Ooh. Okay, that's going to have a very big backlog. At what point does that output more than one? Ah. Well, that's not helpful. Is that going to need, like, an entire inventory of bamboo before it actually operates? Yep. Okay. So the backlog there would just be ridiculous and painful. So that's not helpful. It's a shame because that would be perfect. Because then it would be the moment that this received a signal and a single item went into it, it would be a redstone signal would cause that to dispense into here, which would automatically craft and would immediately cause both items to be dispensed, which would work, but doesn't work. This is why you should never do redstone on stream. I have committed the classic mistake. I shall go and bury myself in a hole. Oh, and... Right. Hail, hydrate. Thank you, Dragon. I might as well stare at something with motion before I do that, otherwise you're just going to think that I'm not doing anything. But I'm not doing anything, he says. What's with the cursed summoning circle? The cursed squirrels decided to summon a Kel. What exactly do copper bulbs... Oh. Copper bulbs are interesting. So copper bulb... now. Copper bulbs are an interesting element. I'm going to grab a lever and a copper bulb. They're effectively flip-flops. And just to get some information out of this... Oh, I've got a comparator anyway. Derp. And we'll run that into some redstone so we can see it. So it gets a signal, it turns on. If the signal turns off, it stays on. If the signal comes back again, it turns off. So it's effectively a T flip-flop, I believe is the description. For every pulse, it changes state. Yeah, it's not what I was hoping for. It's a very interesting and very useful mechanic. Just not what we're looking for in anything here at the moment. If anything, we need almost the inverse. Actually, it might not be that far off what we need. Where is it? I think it'll take a signal from below. Nope. Okay, so that's taking an immediate signal. But of course, there's no way of getting an output on there. Ah, hold on. The other item in the arsenal, however, no, hold on. I got that the wrong way up. So if I put a target block here, I can use that to trigger, excuse me, a note block, and the note block can have an observer watching it. It's going to be a dang it. That didn't work because of lag. That almost worked. But of course, that's a moment, that's giving a signal still, but that's momentary. Shame, that was almost right. But of course, that filled up too quick, and this signal and the crafter. Would a repeater clock help? It might. It might. At which point we would be looking at... The problem is... this is then still not stackable, tileable. So it doesn't really help. Unless we move the... So if I put that here for a minute, and... No, because I need the signal here because it's got to trigger that as well. I don't think I can do this. My redstone knowledge has dried up. So, at this point, I'm going to do something sensible. I'm going to stop attempting to do redstone on stream, and let's go and do something else. Yes, that's the intention, Pixie. Ah, sorry. Sorry, Mad. So, tileable means that I can place more than one of these right next to each other, and they won't interfere with each other. So I can have repetitions of this doing different things. Which was my hope. We've added so many redstone elements. Redstone... for goodness sakes, we've got a crafter now. That's pretty much about as elite as it's going to get for the moment. Right. Oh, thank you to whoever just slept. I'm going to have a think about this. What we do need to do, however, is other elements of this. Notably, we need to trigger the bamboo farm. So, for that, we can do a little bit less dangerous redstone. What I do need, however, is a daylight sensor, which of course I don't have. So I need 3 nether dust, 3 nether dust, 3 nether quartz even. Blimey. And I think it's 3... Nope. What are the odds I need 3 redstone in the middle? No, I need 3 glass. Oh, and it has to be slabs. Okay. One of these days I will learn what I'm doing. Today is not the day. 3 of those, 3 of those. And 3 of these. Should give me a daylight sensor. There it is. Excellent. Oh, hold on. What I do need is a block of redstone. A block of redstone. A couple of redstone dust. And a comparator. Of course, I've left all my comparators in my redstone chest. Whoops. Yeah. That's alright. The redstone chest is not too far away. It's just one cursed cursed summoning circle away. Thank you for the alert, Loopy. Comparator. That should do it. Okay. Now, for my next trick, we need to work out... Actually, you know what? Let's be sensible. Let's bring the entire redstone bench. Ow. So... Actually, the other thing is, all of that redstone that we've just designed will work perfectly for my iron farm. So I could just do the iron farm with that. Let's see. I need a redstone signal going into here or here. Preferably when the moon is full. When the moon is full? When the sun is full. Let's see. So that's... Where the heck is the piston? There it is. If the moon hits your eye like that, You better be careful because you're probably going to end up in A&E. Right. Oh, typical. I like the way that all of this is built on... It's built on top of iron blocks, and I ain't got any iron blocks. Nope. There we are. Iron blocks. Yada. And if the moon is hitting your eye, and it's a pizza pie, it's not so much a moray, it's more a, it's, that. Regret to inform you that my brain has just completely fallen over. If you happen to have seen it, please send it back. Alfredo? That might work. Right. Let's think about this. I need an output into... So when this red... Sorry. When this redstone dust changes state, I want to signal that piston. But if I want to signal that piston, I want to make sure that it's got an actual length of signal for it to trigger. So I need, as well as, where's my redstone? There it is. So I need, I need a repeater. And an observer. Redstone. Where's my observer gone? There it is. There. And I now want it so that when that hits 15. So we'll put daylight sensor in. And yes, we triggered it. What a shame. That. I don't need a comparator. I don't know why I picked up a comparator. $13, $14. Oh, I needed to have put that one closer. So. There. Correct. Okay, so redstone block outputting signal 15. This hits 14. This will hit 15 at midday. I need to have that able to see the surface, and that's all that we need to have this only trigger once per day. Which is good. And I should really put in... Oh, I don't have any... I don't have any clue what I'm doing. I was going to say I don't have any torches to light this place up. That's an oops on my behalf. Because otherwise we're going to have a redstone signal there. Right. I know nobody can see what I'm doing. I'm just digging to the surface. But apparently first, I'm hitting water. Thank goodness that thank goodness for the scaffolding blocks. Because that will have stopped the water and thus will have saved my redstone. Hey Ritsu, welcome to Scotsman Shouldn't Be Allowed Anywhere Near Redstone. They can't see you do redstone on screen, they can't see me mess it up. Correct. You made more curry. Ooh. Is it Tim Curry? Chicken curry. Nice. What? How did I take damage there? Where's the surface? Oh, Lord. I've just found another cave. I found cave. Where are we? Okay. That's not terrible. I see the bamboo has been going again. I need a piece of glass to make this safe. I hit my head while jumping. Typical. Hey, Kibo. Also, I'm going to steal this torch. I dub thee Useful Torch. Going down. There. Right. And now we can put the torch in here, which means we won't have any instance of lighting updates as unnecessary. And there we are. One piece of glass. Is that everything out of my inventory that doesn't need to be there? Correct. Let's take the quick route to the surface. And put a piece of glass in. That should now mean that that triggers once per day at midnight. Midday, even. Midnight? Midday, when it's not raining. And apparently, I took so long to do that that all of the remaining bamboo despawned. Whoops. Right. Okay, so the good news is we now have automation on the bamboo fountain. What I should probably do is arrange for that to all be collected. I should probably put the basic, turn it into bamboo blocks into place at a bare minimum. Because otherwise I'm going to end up with overflow everywhere. Overflow! Overflow! There's overflow everywhere! Right. Good lord, is there. And we have another Pokemon available. It is a Solosis. I misread that briefly as scoliosis and thought, wait, not quite what I was expecting. But, right, let's get that out of my inventory. So, for the moment, we'll set this up with a very basic... You already caught one of these. Just because you've caught it once, it doesn't mean that you don't have to catch it again. Every time you see the Pokemon name, you read it that way. Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one then. Shall we just put 4 of these in? And... don't need to. We can run the water around and back. Yeah, we'll just run the water around a bit. Let's temporarily put chests on top of here. Oh. Actually, I don't think I can put the chests that way around. I might have to put the chests under it. Whoops. The reason I can't put the chests above it is because of the fact that I have absolutely no ability to place blocks properly. Let's just double check that my thinking is right there. So it was that 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's supposed to be a redstone dust here. So I can't put the chest... Well, I could put a single chest there, but I'd rather not. It'll work. Does it open under the crafter? No, I don't think it does. If I put a chest down there, I'm fairly sure that the crafter being a solid block means I can't open it. And I can't have it here because that's where we're going to have our filter. You ever get the feeling that I'm really just making this up as I go along? Actually, we don't need the filters yet. I'd rather get them in, but... Need one more. Two comparators. And a pile of redstone. And a pile of redstone. Right. There we are. Put another one of those there. I was going to put a filter onto this, but I'm not sure I can really. I don't think it's needed yet. Right. But what we will do is we'll put a repeating loop on this, because otherwise it's just going to end up with everything in one. Yeah, that'll do. So this allows me to have a water loop. So we'll have water here going in this direction, then we'll go round, round and round. Right. And that means I need at least 2 sign out. Right. Where's my ice? This one? Yes. Woohoo! I remembered where I left my ice. Just in case. Oh, I know what it is. I was about to say, why did I hear villagers? It's because the villagers are immediately above me nowadays. Oh, hold on. Oh, I forgot a bucket of water. I can't put a water loop in without water. How dare I forget that one? Buckets. 1 bucket of water. Let's get 2 because I'm going to need at least 2, and we can use an infinite water source upstairs. So many squirrels. At some point, we're going to reach midday. At which point, I will have to be careful because I will have an immediate way of checking whether or not any of this is functional. I like the fact that we, because of the rain, didn't have to deal with the water loop, with the with anything being triggered. Right. So that one I want to turn into ice. And we'll put that on there. So if I put water here, where does that lead to? Not bad, not bad. We'll just put another block of ice here. Find ourselves trapped under our own contraption. There we are. Put a fence gate in. We'll put water in here. That should get us around. Hey, it's perfect. Right. Now we just need to do this. No, hold on. Like so. So that catches the bamboo coming up. And then the bamboo coming up will then be collected in those hoppers, and anything that doesn't go into the hoppers will continue to cycle. I think that might work. And when each of these crafters hits 9, it will craft and just place it out into the chests. I could put chests here and here and get a double chest either side, actually. Let's make sure I'm not going to suddenly flood everything. Let's just pick up that piece of water for the moment. So if I do that, I can do that. And that. And put the water back in, which is probably just in time. Oops, nearly there. In theory, if we head downstairs, actually, the quickest way down is through this. It's running. And the bamboo's arrived. I think interesting. All the bamboo ended up in one hopper. No. All the bamboo ended up in both hoppers. So apparently that amount of bamboo was not too much for a single hopper. Or for a single pair of crafters. And we've got 3 and 7. Awesome. And eventually... Well, for the first, it's not enough for the second. But it only looped twice for the second. He says looking at it just in time. Because the first run is only 2 or 3 breakages of bamboo. The second run is when it's swept all the way back through the entire bamboo farm. And that's why I put the loop on, so that it just has the option to go around more than once. And apparently that worked. I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I'm very happy with that. Is anyone else surprised that worked? But even then, 2 hoppers with 1 loop, I think that's probably the perfect size. We do appear to be still crafting, though. How much did that take? Oh, yeah. Okay, that was quite a lot of bamboo. That's not bad. So 1 day trigger is nearly a full stack of bamboo blocks. But then it had been a couple of days since I triggered, so yeah, that's not too bad. I'd say that's functional. Disturbing, but functional. Actually, that's way more than 1 stack of bamboo blocks. Whoops. Give me that back. Okay. 45, 34. Given that that's probably about 2 days worth of growth, that's not too bad. We have a functional system. Disturbing, that one. And what I might do is now repeat this downstairs on the iron farm. Because that's... Oh. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Why did that trigger again? I've got the redstone wrong downstairs. That shouldn't have triggered a second time. Oh, I know why it triggered a second time. I am a derp. I am a derp. It triggered when it triggered when it reached 15, and it triggered when it left 15. So it does trigger twice in one day. Is that a problem? No, honestly, not really. Interestingly, yeah, that added nearly a stack of bamboo in the time it went from nearly to, yeah, wow. You busy? I don't know why I'm staring down at the daylight sensor, but it's functional. Whee! It's probably nowhere near as good as anything that PAX has done. Because I know that PAX's farms are insanely, well, awesome. I'm going to put my redstone chest down again, because I don't need it. And I should really refill that. Why have I still got a single squirrel head in my inventory? I feel like I'm getting half a conversation. Shut off switch from when you're offline is to block the light. Shut off switch from when I'm offline is it stops working because this isn't spawn chunks. Ah. And that's a good piece of logic there, Mad, yes. But equally, yes, if people are in this area for any reason and want to shut it off, they just put a block over the daylight sensor. Or I could just as easily put a switch on the line so it's permanently at 15. We got any more bats? Nope. No. This thing is ridiculous. So this is what the backside of the sorter looks like. I do not understand this in the slightest. So don't expect me to understand that one. Right, where was I? Putting away that and that. You go in here. Coal ore goes in here. Oh, and I've got a redstone torch. Why do I have a redstone torch? Who knows? Iron goes in there. Ooh, tough brick. Okay. I'm tempted to fall back on what I know, which is building. So, the style that I'm aiming for here, I've slowly started putting in the shape for each of the areas. What I'd like to have is a pair of smokestacks here. I'm thinking of making those interesting. But I feel like I should probably fill in the rest of this shape first. Oops, wrong block. Alternatively, we could go on a tour and see what's around, but let's see what we can do with what we've got. I found a small amount of calcite Finding a... yeah, here we are. I found a small... Literally, that is the only calcite vein that I could find on the server. Fortunately, it was right next to the pillager outpost, so I was already in the vicinity. But, yeah, this... Is it me, or is the area that people are working in getting ridiculously big? Right. No, that's my deep slate. Tough. Chisel tough. Villagers. Just so you know, you do sell calcite. Ooh, thank you, Mythical. That's useful to know. How do you get calcite, then? Is there a... I'm going to have to go and find out what the price for calcite is, because I suspect I'm going to get through quite a bit of it. Let's have a look. Oh, Raven, that is fantastic. Oh dear. Right. I'm going to assume that I probably need to head over to the other island, where we actually do have our pop-up shops, which I should start. Hold on, where's the warp plate going? Gone. There it is. Wait a minute. I hear zombies. Ah! I see why I hear zombies. I forgot we had an iron farm. Well, we do now, that's for sure. I don't suppose there's a sensible way down, is there? I think I found the way down. Oh boy. So this is what the Temple of Irony would look like if I hadn't gone the way that I had with the Temple of Irony. Here we have an undecorated version of the Temple of Irony. Courtesy of PAX Industries. Complete with nice, simple exit policy. Right. Main community island. J Price and Cosmic. Mini packs. Is this where I'm going to find my the shop that I'm looking for? Oh, wow. Oh, that's what the curtains look like. That's awesome. I've been meaning to look at those. Spring Storms books. Okay, I need to do a pop-up shop, apparently. Okay, that's clearly an XP store. And the dropship near Hunter Sand Shop. Hunter's Sand Shop is... Oops. Did I just see a shark behind me? Aha. Red sand, deep slate, calcite. 3 stacks for 2 diamonds. Ooh. I may have to come back here and do some shopping. Gravestone Horizon Mining Co. dropship. Oh. That's cool. Hunter's Sand Shop. Hold on. Why am I doing this one in third person? So, sandstone, sand, cactus coming soon. I'm guessing this is... Ooh. Sea lanterns, prismarine. More prismarine. Guardian heads. Guardian heads. Free with any purchase. All items 1 stack per diamond. 1 diamond per stack as displayed. Okay, so it's 64 of those, 32 of those, 64 of those, and a free guardian head with every purchase. Okay. I think I need to do a pop-up shop for ominous bottles. But I think I might do it more towards the, well, towards the giant TNT. I could have sworn for a minute, and this is clearly... I'm losing my marbles. I thought I saw a giant shark in the background somewhere for a second. I'm obviously losing my marbles here. Let's see. What would a good ominous bottle shop look like? Gee, why do I have a feeling that I'm just going to have to build a pillager outpost? I mean, it would be on form, wouldn't it? Now we have one. Yeah, sounds good. Let's see. What do I have in stock? Yeah, that's... Could also do with another warp plate. A tiny Gordonstein. It's not like I don't have plenty of experience. Exactly. Stronghold, mining desert, spawn island. I'm so glad I bought a stack of... sorry, a shulker. I spent 25 diamonds on fireworks. Right. Hello, Batty. Hi. Oh, I moved too quickly, so the people didn't get to see the villager statues, didn't I? The villager statues really are awesome. In fact, the whole of this spawn area is just wrong button. Is just absolutely amazing. Those are who made a statue biome. I don't want to answer that question because I cannot get it right at this point. However, I can ask. Mythical designed them. Thank you, Elkhorn. And thank you to J. Price. Yeah. Mythical designed these. I wasn't absolutely certain it was Mythical because my brain is broken. But, yeah, they are absolutely amazing. And they host our community resources, our Warpstone. Somewhere around here there's a chicken farm going to be. And the other access point to the iron farm. And I always press the wrong button. Don't. You'd think I'd learn which button is for eCam and which button is for the map. And of course, we still have the No Drama Safety Llama G&T division. The squirrel has been strong today, hasn't it? Even before we summoned the cursed squirrel heads. I think I know what today's VOD image is going to be. Oh dear. The VOD thumbnail is going to have to be the summoning circle. Right. If I was going to do this correctly, though, let's see. Oh, I forgot to pick up mangrove wood. You see, this is the thing I get through most of at the moment. Mangrove wood. But mostly that's because we're currently still working below what I consider the point of traversing up to the lighter blocks. Where's my axe? There it is. Really? Quote 200 already? Thank you, Raven. Oh, have I gotten that wrong? Should that have been white blocks? Yes, it should. Don't. So even after that, I immediately got it wrong. That should have been. Oh, and I didn't pick any bone up. Ah. Today has definitely not been one of those functional streams. He says, slamming his head face first into a barrel. Always a good sign. I know. It's clearly... I was barreling along a bit too fast. Where's the calcite? There it is. There we are. That's better. And then there should be... Let's see. Let's try and get a little bit of build done. I've got a couple of minutes. So what I have been doing is aiming to have the sort of calcite and diorite as being my shading block in corners, with bone block being my primary white colour. I did look at whether or not I could use white terracotta, but white terracotta is more pink, and so it doesn't go well with these other colours. Which is a shame, really. Really? Just used up all of those bone blocks? Good grief. But you can start to see what this is going to look like. This area up at the top here is going to be the command deck. The bridge. Wrong type of ship, Scots. Which means I've got plenty of room in here to do other things, and then what I'm also planning on doing is putting a couple of smaller farms down in the hull. Probably things like honey, which I'm definitely going through quite a lot. Or rather, the wax I'm going through quite a lot. But I might also put some honey in here as a crafting system. I don't need to do moss. That's back at spawn in my basement. Let's see what this place looks like now that we've gotten further with it. Ooh, wow. That's really starting to give the right feel as well. And I do like the colouring of... So I've been going for copper for the roof. Yeah, that's really starting to feel nice as a ship. And of course, seeing as how we're in Pretty's mode, shall we see what the summoning circle looks like? Yep, a pretty summoning circle. And a not so pretty redstone. Redstone's not very pretty at the best of times. But that is starting to look really nice. And at some point, this is going to start being built. And I've just realised you probably can't see it. There is a ring on the ocean floor here, which is where there will be a lighthouse. Except, I'm thinking I'm not going to build a tower for a lighthouse. One of the things that I do remember quite strongly from Big Hero 6 is flying wind turbines. So I'm thinking of building a base station and having a flying lighthouse, effectively. And this, as the sun starts to set, is looking absolutely amazing. However, we have unfortunately reached the end of today. Let's have a quick look to see if there are some fantastic people out there to raid to. It is a Monday, however, and that tends to be a slightly quieter day. Oh, I take it back. We've got... What are you playing? RoboQuest? No. Co-working and studying. Minecraft. That's an option. And... Super achievements on speedrun. Right. I am going to send us out to... Yeah, no. Much so I would love to actually just send us all over to Mythical J Sausage. I don't think that would be a good direction to send us to. Although Rats SMP has been great fun to watch. I'm going to send us in the direction of Blunding. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where we will be back in Castle Gordonstein, carrying on the kitchens and mess hall. Wow, I am suffering from complete failure of brain here. Oh dear. That will be at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now. I did leave a message in the announcements of Discord. There will be no stream on Friday. Unfortunately, I will not be anywhere near my computers, so there will be no stream on Friday, which means that those people hoping to hit 250 will have to wait until Tuesday next week. I apologise profusely to all of that. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has an amazing evening. Take care of yourselves. Be amazing. And I hope to see you all again soon. Bye-bye.